games and playing is how people, learn and develop social skills as well from an early age. So we often find that, as someone comes into an event, they'll start interacting with people in different ways. And, ultimately seniority goes out the window because they're trying to achieve one ultimate goal and they're working together as a team.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Welcome everyone to the next edition to Unstoppable Podcast, stories of brave entrepreneurs, how they break that wall and achieve the first million in sales. Today we're connecting with someone from United Kingdom. Yay! Finally, more people from UK in the podcast. We have a lot of people from US, so we are happy to have fellow people from United Kingdom. So Dan, can you please introduce yourself?
First of all, thanks Harry for having me on. So my name is Daniel Osullivan and I'm the CEO of Red Cactus Events. We run an events and entertainment business over in the UK. So we're just based south of Oxford in a little village called Appleford.
Okay, tell us a little bit more about the events that you run.
So we run team building and corporate events for companies all over the UK. So our experiences are mobile. So we would travel to a venue location, whether it be a customer's office or a hotel or a specific venue that they've hired for an away day. And we would deliver a mobile experience. So we have experiences like Crystal Challenges. We have a Traitors version called Betrayers, which is a TV program over here in the UK. And also, I believe, in the US. We also run game shows and we run quizzes and a few other experiences as well. Our business actually started in 2012 as an events agency, and we ultimately organized stag activities and experiences. So we've built the business up over the last 12 years.
Wow, fantastic. And let's talk about that because we do also corporate training all over the world, and the companies when going a little bit south, the first thing that they do is to cut in training. And I think that, in my personal opinion, this is a huge mistake because if things are going bad, is more training is needed. So what's your view on this, Daniel?
Training side, yeah, I mean, the more you learn, the more you earn, essentially, is a phrase we use. And ultimately, if you're not reinvesting in your employees, that's going to hurt you further down the line. So we tend to find at the moment that employees are working remotely, and therefore they're not getting together with their colleagues as much as they previously would. So our experiences aren't based around essentially training, but it's the team building element. So they get together, have conversations that they wouldn't usually have, interact with each other, and actually go away from the event knowing more people than they did when they first started.
I like that you call it the events experiences events, and let's get a little bit more about this, because what is so boring is to go to a corporate training, right? And then all you find is just a class, shares, lights on, and then somebody will deliver the corporate training. And I think that I remember the first time that we faced this, it was in we have like we were training a bank, a cooperative over there, and we arrived there 8 a.m. and they are all like that. They they knew already that the CEO told us that they were not performing. They already knew that, and they say, I'm here because this guy is gonna tell me what to do, and I'm already hating him, and I haven't started yet. So and again, we 15 minutes they were clapping, dancing, having fun, and we turned the into an experience, into something that we get them all of them involved, and we put music, dancing, everybody relax, and we managed to convey the idea, right? So in your opinion, is no team building. We have experienced a lot of team buildings out there, but if the team building is to a great experience, in our experience, this is where we have max the huge result. All the KPIs improve in our corporate training. So how important is the experience? You've been doing this longer than me for 12 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to, to be frank, exactly the example you said. We do sometimes turn up at events and, there are people that do not want to be there. And ultimately, our mantra is all about we are fun. So all of our experiences are based around fun. We don't have any subjective learning elements or anything that people will take away and have increased their knowledge, but it's all about the bonding element and getting together. So team experiences where we call it kind of the water cooler moment. So effectively, instead of, not speaking to someone, or you're speaking to someone on Zoom and you don't really interact with them apart from at work. If you go and do a crystal challenge with them for 2 hours and you're solving problems, you're having fun, you're overcoming obstacles, challenges, you're doing a bit of physical, you're doing a bit of mental. By the time you finish those 2 hours, you can have a conversation with that person very easily. And when you meet around the water cooler, you can say, "Oh, you were on that crystal challenge event with you. Wasn't that awesome?" And then you start collaborating. So it's all about that experience and linking that experience back to when those employees took part.
How about games? We use a lot of games because when we do the corporate training, we find out that when the employees are in the game, right, it reflects their personality. So when the more games we play with them, the more we can observe how they perform, and we debrief that game. I think the most important part is to after the game, okay, who win, who lose, why the winner won, why the whoever lost, or who helped who. All these debrief after the games actually help us to point out what are the real issues in the organization, right?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, games and playing is how people, learn and develop social skills as well from an early age. So we often find that, as someone comes into an event, they'll start interacting with people in different ways, and ultimately seniority goes out the window because they're trying to achieve one ultimate goal and they're working together as a team. So we have a lot of competitive elements to all of our events, which makes it fun because the majority of people want to have that experience that allows them to take away something as, they were working towards something, towards that end goal of winning. It's a fun winning. It's not like all or nothing, where the losers go away crying, but effectively everyone likes to win in the end. So the games we have throughout the different experiences that we offer all vary, but we run an event called the Office Game Show, and that is effectively 8 different game show experiences that take part from a lot of the TV programs that you'll know on US and UK TV, and it's a lot of fun, and personalities come out that you wouldn't normally see around the office, with people getting very enthused by quizzes, very enthusiastic with games and experiences. So it definitely brings people out, and we've spoken to CEOs and MDs afterwards who have seen the reactions of their team members in certain situations that they haven't seen before, and it's shown them the capability of some employees that they didn't think were necessarily there.
I think that, in your opinion, how important is team building and this ongoing training in the success of the company?
Especially in these days, I mean, I think the big factor is with hybrid working or working remotely is the lack of culture within, especially within large organizations. Ultimately, you're seeing employees when you need them on a virtual call. It's just not the same as meeting them in person. So if you're able to meet up once, twice, 3, 4 times a year, you're going to be able to reinforce that culture, whether that culture is fun, competitive, whether it's very success driven, or it's just ultimately a really nice place to work. By getting everyone together and actually allowing people to have conversations, it's more likely that people will work together as a team outside of that event and also push the business forward going further onwards.
Yeah, I agree with you. In today's business world, culture is one of the most important, probably the most important element, especially in the tech industry, and I think in all the industries out there, right? Social responsibility, how the the employees they feel as part of the organization, and yes, with everybody most of the time working online, the companies could be out there without knowing that they are losing millions and millions of pounds in sales just because the teams are not meeting each other. There are no there is communication barriers. That is, it gets accumulated in the day by day. All these tiny issues. Oh, this person is like this, the other person is like this, and because you're online, all this reflects like that. And because this person is like this, I'm not gonna say my opinion. But then one day you bring them all together, you do a team building, and now everybody's relaxed, everybody share everything with each other. And this is key, not that for the companies move forward. Sometimes could be in the range of millions what the companies are losing or are not making just because in the infrastructure of the organization there is no enough effective communication, and it depends basically with the relationship between the teams, right?
100%. I mean, we ran an event on Tuesday for quite a large UK company, and it had been the first event in person that they'd done since the COVID pandemic restrictions were lifted.
Wow.
And there were actually people that were meeting for the first time that had worked together for years. And
wow.
that shows,
That's
you know,
impressive.
how, you know, people are able to still obviously continue to work, but it's the fact that, you know, you can work with someone for years because they're based all over the country. They haven't actually physically met up in person, whereas usually if you were sales and you were marketing, you might be in different floors or different sides of the office, but you would be able to know who that person is. But
yeah, at least
ultimately,
in the lift or something, right?
100%, yeah.
Or drink a coffee or go for a coffee or something, right? So tell us a little bit more. How they were happy? It was a lot of fun. What happened?
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we ran it's called a sports day event. So we call it an old school sports day. So effectively, egg and spoon, skipping races, running races, all sorts of fun activities.
Wow, that should be a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah. So we had food before. They then took part in a 2-hour sports day event, and then they had food and drinks afterwards. So it's like a 6-hour day essentially. But yeah, they had a great time, and ultimately, yeah, getting the team together, they said, you know, they definitely want to do it more, and it's now something they want to do every 6 months because already they could see the synergies where different departments were speaking to each other because they were put in different teams and put in challenges. Some of the sports day challenges were mental as well, so they had to work together to solve those problems, essentially allowing people to have conversations that they wouldn't normally have.
How about Daniel, the specialized? Some companies ask us to times to Harry, we need help with sales training. We need help with team building. We need help with we want them to arrive on time. We have this in Latin America a lot. Customer service. So time to time we need to tailor our corporate trainings to a specific outcome that the CEOs they want out of the company. So you guys, can you share a little bit more with us if you guys also do specialized experiences if a company want to increase the sales, specialized experiences if the company want to, I don't know, want all the employees to arrive on time or improve the customer service, or you guys only specialize in team building?
So we specialize in fun experiences. That's our niche effectively. So we can do bespoke experiences if required, but we tend to focus on the having fun.
Good at, yeah.
Basically, yeah. And also we enjoy it. You know, we have fun, the customers have fun. And yeah, I mean, ultimately we can put together, we've got a team of people, we've got games designers, you know, people put together all of our events are our own, and we've got our own spin on them. So, you know, we're able to create experiences depending on what the client is after. It would just require a bespoke element, and we can do that in-house.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.